Welcome back to SportsSelect Sportstalk here on Shaw TV, where we are talking about cricket at Dakota Collegiate. And kindly joining us now is Vice Principal Rob Mazur. How are you, sir?
Very good, thank you.
Take me back to when the whole idea of having a cricket team of Dakota came about. It must have been an interesting sell.
It was an interesting sell. We were approached a couple of years ago by Coach Keith James. He approached us and said we have a different kind of community coming into Dakota Collegiate. We have a lot of international kids coming in, interested in cricket, and we had nothing for them at the time. So that's how the idea came about. Was he planted the seed, and it's grown from there. What
a wonderful thing that has started here too. The energy and the attitude of these young men, it's infectious.
Yes, it is. On the weekends when these guys play, it's a big event around here. Everybody's excited. It's an event at the park. People bring food. It's a community event. A lot of our feeder schools have got involved now. The younger guys are getting involved in cricket, which is only going to help us down the road. So.
And the school community, it must be such a wonderful learning experience for them as well.
It is. It's a great learning experience for them. It's a non-traditional sport for Winnipeg, of course, at a high school setting. So all the kids see the energy that these guys bring and the passion that they bring. After school, this field is full of cricket players practicing, and they're here all night practicing. So they're fired up about the sport, and the rest of the community feeds off that.
Now you talk about the field, and that segues very nicely because, of course, we've done stories within the past about creating a new field experience here. Cricket's going to be a part of that, isn't it?
Cricket is going to be part of our master plan. It's actually going to be the first phase of our master plan. We've secured the funding to start our cricket batting cage, I guess you call it, and that's going to be started. Shovel should be in the ground by the summer. So overall, the master plan, it's a 5-year goal to have this whole field redeveloped, AstroTurf, running track, and a cricket pitch. So.
And you talked about the game day experience, what that's like. Once you have that facility, I can't imagine what it's going to mean to the community here in St. Vital.
It's going to be a multi-sport facility here. We're going to everything from track and field to field hockey to football to soccer to cricket. So we're going to have community access along with our walking paths behind us that the community can come, use our facilities, enjoy our sports teams. So it'll be a destination place. And
finally, as an administrator, you've got to feel pretty proud about what's being created here.
I'm very proud of what's being created, and it's not one person doing this. It's a community that's raising the money to do this, especially the cricket pitch. It was truly a community effort to raise that initial funding, and that's starting the whole field. So that's our starting point. So it is a community venture.
Thanks for talking about it with us today.
Thanks, Al.
Rob Mazur, Vice Principal for Dakota Collegiate. Now, there's another sport that's really catching on in this city, and I'm talking about ultimate. And there's a few teams in Winnipeg that are really reaching new heights. With more, here's Blair Malistrovich.
It's fast-paced, strategy-based, and high-flying. It's Ultimate Frisbee.
It's kind of like playing a game of flag football and soccer and basketball all wrapped onto like a football field. The ultimate goal is to score a goal by catching the Frisbee in the end zone.
And as it turns out, Winnipeg is quite good at it. Teams Winnipeg General Strike, Fusion, and Flood will be making their way to Italy for the World Ultimate Championships in August.
The other end zone and half from this side.
It's a sport that's gained popularity over the years for a simple reason.
It's a super easy sport to get into. There's a huge recreational league in Winnipeg and in some of the surrounding communities as well.
Many of the players got into the sport by joining a team with friends or significant others, and then they got hooked.
I'd heard some things about it and thought, I'll just go out to practice. And I got a chance to run around and jump around and dive and try and catch the disc, the Frisbee, and it made me feel like a little kid, and I kind of like that.
When it comes to the competitive side of the sport, things get taken up a notch.
At the recreational level, you'll play once or twice a week with a fun team, generally within your city. There's no practicing or anything involved, and you'll generally go out for drinks afterwards. And at the competitive level, we practice 2 to 3 times a week, including conditioning and extra practices, sometimes over the winter in our off-season.
The odds of 3 teams from the same city going to Worlds are quite slim. The players are looking forward to representing Winnipeg, but are also excited for the recognition their achievements will bring to the sport, hopefully creating newcomers out of spectators.
You should walk up to those people and say, hey, how do I get involved? Because there's always people looking for more people to put on their roster.
Or for more information, you can visit the Manitoba organization of Disc Sports.